What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Orcs Must Die 3. Now, OMD3 does launch on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox on July 23rd, so it is coming up in just 3 short weeks. However, I do have a few skulls to clean up here and there on the Stadia version. So I am here on Stadia, and up next we have the Sludge Shelves. Let's hop on in and see if we can't get it done. Now on this particular map, we've got several different doors and 2 main hallways, all coming up to one centralized rift here that we need to protect. Now there's lots of different builds that will get you through the waves on this one. However, the real challenge, in my opinion, is defeating those final enemies in Wave 8. The enemies get super tanky, and it can be quite the challenge to get it done. So for this particular map, I'm going to bring along the Stone Staff. Going to be using that crowd control quite a bit there. I've got the Jar of Ghosts. The Jar of Ghosts, I just love bringing, mainly because of its passive ability. You know, its active ability obviously is awesome. The passive ability on it, if you get hit, the enemy is going to be feared. So if I do get smacked, the enemy's going to run away and ideally not going to kill me. Then we are bringing along a trap reset trinket. We've got some laser beams. We've got the brimstone, window of butterflies, the grinder. We've got an auto ballista. Now I'm bringing the auto ballista in for that killing power. It's slow firing. It hits like a truck. There's just a ton of good placements that we can put them here. And this is what's going to help me get through that final wave. And then, of course, we're going to bring along this mighty Ripsaw just for coolness factor. The thing is just beyond badass. I absolutely adore it. So let's go ahead and build it out. We are going to go right at the spawn on this one. We're going to go, 2 barricades right there. And then we're going to be able to get 2 grinders in. Let's go ahead and drop a brimstone right up front. Getting lots of good stuff. We got 1,600 left, and I'm going to go ahead and start planning ahead, and I am going to put these auto ballistas right in the back. I'm going to put 2 of them there. They are going to help me out here. Additionally, if anything comes up from the bottom in future waves, they're going to help me as last resort as well. So we're going to call it good here and get things started. We do have fairly generous par time on this one at 14 minutes. However, the mobs, as I mentioned, get super tanky, and we no doubt will push that time. We got quite a few Gnoll Hunters on this map as well, so you do have to be prepared for those, as although we do have all these tanky ogres, lots of armored ogres, the Gnoll Hunters, of course, will jump right over those barricades and come ruin your day if you're not super careful. So we want to go ahead and just do our best to get them stunned up right away and get them quickly dispatched. Now remember, the Stone Staff does have headshots, and if I could only aim, I would show that off a little bit. However, you do want to make sure you're hitting those headshots. Now instinctively, you're going to want to sell something here. I personally like to just leave everything there and head on down to this lower wave. Now we've got 2 gates down here, however, we are going to build it back as if there was only 1. So we are going to go ahead and turtle build it a little bit back here, and I think we've got enough, we can do a grinder, not a whole lot of room for much else. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab, yeah, let's just kind of throw that down as a little last resort, and let's just see if we can't manually kill him here. We got that grinder there as last resort. We're going to have a few waves to build this kill box out down here, and really we want this one to be self-sustainable. That entrance up at the north side of the map that was for the first wave is where, when all of the gates unlock, the enemies will be coming from there first. So this area, you want it to be able to hold its own for just a second or two while you dispatch all of the baddies up there on top. We've got 1 more hunter rolling in. Let's just see if we can't kill this guy just right directly. I'm just going to go ahead and let these little kobold runners just go on by, as I'm confident the grinder is going to take care of business with those folks. So we've only got 1 grinder. We don't have a whole ton of backup back here, so make sure that we're going to drop our jar of ghosts. Let's just make sure that we keep those enemies pushed up as far as possible. I'm going to go ahead and reset that grinder right as that troll was getting to it. We do have some archers coming in as well, but I'm going to kind of ignore them just a little bit till we can get the rest of this cleared out. Now, I do have enough change to throw in a window of butterflies up there. I'm going to throw that up just to help me out with this last little push. Obviously, we don't have much in the way of defenses down here right now, so we do have a little bit of work to do, and it's looking pretty good. We've got this archer left, and then we've got one more bed right there. So let's go ahead and continue to build this area out. Gonna grind it up as best as possible. Let's throw a little brimstone down. Or you know what we want to do? We want to get a dummy barricade down. We are going to have lots of splody kobolds coming. So let's go ahead and give those guys something to blow up on. So we're just going to throw a barricade right down below. We've got no enemies up at that north entrance here until the next wave. So we do have a little bit of time here. So let's get these guys burned out. Once again, the Gnoll Hunters are going to come in force, so we want to make sure we are ready to deal with those. Gnoll Hunters, oh yeah, they're Gnoll Hunters. They do their thing, and they are quite mean. There's just no doubt about it. Okay, we got another gate open here. We've got Fire Fiends rolling out over here now, so we are going to get pushed back quite a bit, and let's see what we can do, though. All these Kobold Runners I'm not overly concerned with. I do want to make sure that my mana is in good shape for when that troll gets up here, though. So I'm going to try to just go ahead and step back a little bit and not spend too much mana. Now, another benefit we have down here is we do have a comboing setup here. Now, obviously, this particular build is designed for us to get those 5 skulls. However, we are going to earn some juicy combos here, and that, of course, is going to help us stack up that coin. Let's get this troll burned out. If I can find his biscuit. There we go. We got Mr. Ogre here. Needs some shots to the face as well. And we're just going to go ahead and dump everything we've got down here. Okay, so now we've got all of the lanes open. With all of the lanes open, we need to clear the top first. So let's go ahead and get on up to the north side of the map. Actually, we've only got 2 of the 3 lanes open. Go ahead and throw another grinder down right here. Let's drop our jar right up front just to buy us a little bit of freedom right at the beginning of the wave here. And let's just try to get these enemies dispatched as quickly as possible. Now, the longer we can keep this ogre here, the more pot shots that Auto Ballista is going to be able to take into him. So I do want to make sure that I'm keeping everything standing still as best as possible here. We got one more ogre. It looks like we've got everything from that one. Now, the second the last enemy dies, you really need to get it down here to the bottom. We're going to go ahead and throw in an Auto Ballista. Let's get a Last Resort Auto Ballista in. We're going to drop it right there. And I will throw some down in here as well to help me kind of thin the herd as we go here. Now, I'm also going to want to get more dummy barricades. So as I get a little bit more coin, I'm going to want to throw more of those dummies down. And that's going to help us out as well. Let's go ahead and get a little brimstone up front. Get these enemies burning. And, oh yeah, Mr. Troll, how do you like your healing now that you're getting all burned up? So, heavy mobs coming. Very, very heavy mobs. We've got lots of ogres, and there are going to be armored ogres, I believe, starting next wave. So it's always a challenge to get through those guys, of course, as they are just thick. Super thick, no doubt about it. We got one more heavy orc here, and it is GG's. So our dummy barricade down below got destroyed. We also are going to want one up top here. And let's get on up to that north lane once again, as we do have to hold that one more time. Let's go ahead and throw one more Auto Ballista in right there to help us out with these thick mobs as they're rolling out. I'm going to drop my jar right here, and here goes our first armored ogre. The Auto Ballista is quite the godsend. It does help out quite a bit there. I'm going to go ahead and throw some lasers up top too. Those Gnoll Hunters, sometimes it's a little difficult to find their biscuit. You got to be a little careful if you're wanting to get those headshots. Now we've got an armored ogre right here, and you see the south end is just getting wrecked. So we've got lots of mobs pushing here, but we do have to get these enemies dead. They are dead, so let's get it down here and assist this kill box. Now, let's see. Let's go with an auto ballista, say like right here, just to help me out for a little bit more power down here below. Keep gathering up the coin, of course, and we're also going to want to kind of come up with a little bit of last resort for this kill box as well. Let's just keep building it out for now. We'll get a couple more windows up. What else do we need? I think, well, we've only got 150 left, so not much else we can do. Let's let it fly here. We still got 6 minutes left. We're getting wave 6 going here now, of course, so we're getting it. We're getting it, y'all. This map is one of the first maps that was a challenge to 5 Skull. It took me several attempts to get it 5 Skulled. However, I'm able to get through it relatively consistently now. Hopefully this run, of course, results in 5 Skulls, but, you know, it's not over yet, so we will have to see. Once again, same thing, rinse and repeat. We're out of mana. We got one more Petrify there. Looks like we've got all of those enemies. Let's get back to the bottom once again. Let's throw another auto ballista just anywhere up there, just for a little bit more power in this particular kill box right here. We're going to have our jar up here in just a sec. I'm going to pop that right now. Let's go ahead and stun that Null Hunter, though, and see if we can't get him wrecked. Looks like we got him. We've got lots of different flavors of elementals coming in, so there are going to be some barricades getting smashed, no doubt, before the end of this one. Let's get a little trap reset in the mix there to help out just on these thicker mobs. 4 minutes and, 30 seconds and change left. See if we can't. There we go. We got that guy down. Very, very nice. Now, all right. For our last resort, I'm going to put a barricade over here. Now, the reason I'm putting the barricade there is if those front barricades get destroyed, the enemies are still going to be forced to go through our kill box. A couple more auto ballistas up there. Let's go ahead and drop our jar once again. This, of course, is a weak lane. We're not putting a ton of defenses down here. However, we are going to just have to make sure we're holding our own here. Now, you see... Oh yeah, thick boys are thick, no doubt about it. That armored ogre is just gonna take a ton of damage to get through him. The enemies get quite tough here in these final waves. We're getting close. Well, we've got a couple more mobs left here. Looks like we've got them, so let's get on back down. We do have 1,800 now, so I'll be able to add a little bit more into this kill box if I feel like I need to, which, you know, is really just never, ever a bad idea. Here we got those fire elementals. Now, these guys are going to destroy that front barricade, or potentially destroy the front. So that's why I put that additional barricade placement in the back to force enemies back through the kill box proper. Go ahead and drop a jar up here just as a last resort. And I think we're doing pretty good here. We're under the 3-minute mark. It would be nice to have a couple of minutes, I think, to get in, you know, to this last wave. But looks like we got it. Let's go ahead and throw what? We'll drop. Let's get these bad boys going just because they cool. Oh, yeah. Let's get some of those in. And we better head back up top here. And I am going to drop lots more last resort auto ballistas, and if any thick mobs make it through, we should be in pretty good shape there. Here comes our first one. And let's get a jar up here if we can. Very, very nice. That's just a lot of ogres right there. And my health is down as well, so I want to be cautious here. How are we doing? There's a barricade down below. Let's go check it out. I don't really have time for any healing. I would love to heal myself a little bit here, but I just don't feel like I have any time for it. Let's get all of these traps reset and burn through the front of that mob. Looks like we have one more hunter coming up. We got that hunter dealt with. try to get this stuff burned up as well. Looks like I'm going to have one more jar, so that's a good thing. That will help me out. Oh, wow, this barricade's got wrecked right there. Holy smokes. So we still got a minute and 30 seconds left, and we're running out of mobs, so it's looking good here as long as I don't get pushed back out of the kill box here for this one. We got an earth elemental there. Oh, man, I had his head lined up perfect there for a sec. And there we go. So that was the Sludge Shelves on War Mage difficulty. And that should give us the 5 skull win. And there we go. So thank you all so much for watching. I am so looking forward to OMD3 hitting Steam. I am super stoked about it. Hell, I may even play it on my Xbox and PlayStation a little just for fun and to be able to get together grouped up with some co-op with you guys. So thanks an absolute ton for watching. Don't forget to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Both of those things will help me out an absolute ton. And I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.